to Jerry World, AT&T Stadium and the home of the Southwest Classic, and fans have been filling this place up for the past few hours, wrapping up the tailgate and fired up for what ought to be a sensational clash. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will come out first. Last year, these two played a classic. Those of us who remember the old Southwest Conference will be proud, but once again, we are reminded field goals are fine, touchdowns are way better, especially if you want to win.
I guess Reese didn't like that field goal in the fourth quarter that Arkansas chose to take, but A&M did what they needed to do, go down the field. They scored the game-winning touchdown with about 9 minutes left. Arkansas didn't forget it. This is a fun matchup. We've seen it in Jerry World so many times. This matchup gets a little tasty.
Yeah, Mike Elko's defense, too, was outstanding in that game. They shut down the run. They got 3 takeaways in the game, and that really was the biggest statistic. So going into this one, Arkansas has got to do a better job having balance, but also taking care of the football.
To the air, it's Reed. Quick strike complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that on the play. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Right, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago, but since joining the conference, A&M has dominated Arkansas. Arkansas looking to get a little payback.
It always feels big when you watch this game. We've seen so many of these games in recent years being played at Jerry World, and with all the speed on the field from both sides, this is always, I think, one of the more fun games to watch every season.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Looked as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Razorbacks offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Now facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Green. Plucks it out of the air. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Blake. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Leaves it with the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Moss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. Get the short yard situations, the goal-to-go situations. They've got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 72 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll step out of bounds right in the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. To throw, it's Green. Bring in the heat. Grab behind the line. It's Russell. And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Razorbacks are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, great tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Razorbacks look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to the ground with the running back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Blake. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And some room to work. Finds Zach Freeze, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Moss. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Arkansas. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You always sincere coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. On to attempt the try. And the extra point gives him a 3-point lead at 10-7. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, your best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into half.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He turns it loose to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly complete. And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 fan bases who wait all year for this game, and we could be headed to a fun finish in the Southwest Classic. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the stadium and our guys to start up the second half.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Coming out with it, it's Green. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Green. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The give out of the gun.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Fires to the big fella. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Makes the catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
The pass on 1st down brings up 2nd down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Reed. Buying some time as he moves left. He'll try to do it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. On the run, fires downfield. Working on the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
That's good.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Brings up second down.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Washington. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
On third down, going up top. Makes the grab. It's Jones. He's loose. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Green. Throws to the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
It's complete. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Reed. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moss. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. And the Aggies hit it quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th.
Lofts one high and deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On the ground, it's Moss. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Trying to slam in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Really down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. It's a running room. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Picks up the first down. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
From the old SWC to the SEC, this rivalry has remained strong, and in this one, the Hogs were too much for the Aggies to handle. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.